Then, Sarah Sensei, please. The psychological fulfillment. My specialization is economic.
Two systems, autocracy.
Force stability, whether that's health stability.
Last year, unfortunately.
Now, you've got to price in the risk of that engagement.
It's so important that we all do what we can to support Taiwan, because we know that prevention is better than cure. If we build up the defence links now, if we build up the economic links now, we can help protect Taiwan and we can help protect freedom. There are other ways that Taiwan deserves our support. Many countries have limited diplomatic and ministerial ties to Taiwan due to agreements negotiated with China. The world has changed since then, and some of those arrangements are being rethought. And I believe we need to find ways to elevate Taiwan's status to reflect its global value.
First of all, I want to thanks to former Prime Minister Liz Truss's speech and the highly supportive of Taiwan. From this tragic example, Taiwan and the world should learn that we need to terminate the appeasing means and the strategic ambiguity that is allowing China to misinterpret the international situation. And to enable this, the voices supporting Taiwan have to be strong, open, and institutionalized. It means that the relationship between Taiwan and the other countries should be no longer under the table, but to gradually establish normal and open diplomatic relations. And Taiwan should no longer be excluded from international institutions. This will make the international support for Taiwan become clear, firm, and sustainable, and ensure that China's dictator receives the right message. Foreign media always ask me that since China is inevitable part of international trade, many democracies are under influence of Chinese economic power. Does Taiwan fear that we will be sacrificed to maintain economic benefits to others? Of course, we understand the reality well, but I will still hope you take the support to Taiwan to a step further. I still need to remind all of us here that, again, that China has been using its trading leverage to threaten other countries and to oppress its own people. And it undermined severely international order and caused the infiltration of many international institutions. Here, we are all people who are deeply involved in politics. We understand perfectly that reform takes time, cannot be accomplished overnight. No matter whether it's social reform within a country or improving a fairer, safer international community. But we must not use reality as an excuse. We have to always remind ourselves of vision and to make sure that step by step we are on the right track to the right direction.
It is we all live in democracies. Often finance ministries in particular will want to prioritise the economy now rather than what might potentially happen in 10 years' time. And I thought Freddie's point earlier about do people want to sacrifice their economic livelihood to help Taiwan? I think the point is they would be sacrificing their long-term economic livelihood, because if there is not freedom of navigation in the Pacific, then that will disrupt the global economy to a huge extent. So in my view, taking preventative action now is not just going to be important for the sake of Taiwan and freedom and democracy, it's also important for the future of the global economy and the future of the free world. But
This year marks the 75th anniversary of the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the UN General Assembly. Silence and inaction in the face of gross violation of these universal human rights is tantamount to acquiescence. The Ipac members, along with the international community, must come together as one to raise our voices